Chapter 61, Blindfolded Shooting. Shi Wenbin personally went to find a blindfold because he needed to find the type that not even wind could blow through, the type that wouldn't even let you see a speck of light. He needed to make sure Su Cheng couldn't successfully show off this time. He was already grumpy. You already showed off your shooting skills, and now you want to try it while blindfolded? Why don't you just ascend to heaven? Why can't you leave us ordinary people alone? Why do you have to show off so much? Right now, Shi Wenbin was seeing Su Cheng as a man that was about to ascend to heaven. He needed to pull Su Cheng down, so he went and found the thickest blindfold he could, not feeling the slightest guilt about it. Shi Wenbin muttered in his heart, "Master, it's not that I don't respect you, but you are showing off so much that I, as an ordinary being, just couldn't take it anymore." When Su Cheng put on the blindfold, Wang Ying remained silent on the side for the whole time. The surprise Su Cheng was giving her was really piling up. Su Cheng couldn't see anything anymore, but it was better, because it allowed him to focus more on the ultrasonic feedback as it's not affected by what he was seeing. "Shall we begin?" Wang Ying faintly said. Su Cheng nodded. Wang Ying looked towards Shi Wenbin, and he went over to the machine to turn it on. After about 20 seconds, all three of them all nervously looked at Su Cheng. Other than Wang Ying, the other two both hoped that Su Cheng wouldn't land the shots, and they even suspected that Su Cheng wouldn't notice when the disc flies out. In their hearts, they despised Su Cheng. Now, no matter how powerful he was, without his eyes, how would he be able to know when the disc flew out when the machine doesn't even provide any audio cues? Shi Wenbin really wanted to see Su Cheng embarrass himself. After about 30 seconds, they saw Su Cheng not moving. Wang Ying frowned, because she was wondering why the first disc wasn't out yet. After waiting for a few more seconds, Shi Wenbin pretended to exclaim, "It's out." However, Su Cheng still didn't move at all but only faintly said, "You didn't even turn on the machine." This shocked both Shi Wenbin and his buddy. Even Wang Ying frowned and looked towards them. "What are you doing?" Shi Wenbin didn't think Su Cheng would even know whether he turned on the switch or not when blindfolded. He even went up to Su Cheng, reached out and waved around. He was too confused, just how did this guy know he didn't turn on the machine? He quietly went over the machine, turned it on, and quietly explained, "I just wanted to know if you would shoot into the air if I don't turn it on. To be honest, the machine doesn't have any audio cue, how would you be able to tell when the disc comes out when you can't even see? You must know, the disc comes out at random times and random angles." Right as his voice faded, a disc flew out. Su Cheng was too lazy to reply to him. Just when the other three didn't even react in time when the disc flew out, the blindfolded Su Cheng already lifted his gun and fired a shot. The screen immediately showed one. Shi Wenbin was shocked, his buddy was shocked, and even Wang Ying, who had always been calm, could hardly suppress the waves surging in her heart. If a sniper relies too much on the scope mounted on the rifle, then he can never get into the top leagues. More often than not, they need to rely on their senses to identify the wind direction and air resistance, or predict the target's next movement. At that moment, you will need to use your brain. Su Cheng didn't take off his blindfold and answered as he pointed to his head. Maybe it sounded like a load of BS, but Su Cheng did use his actions to prove his credibility. Shi Wenbin gritted his teeth, and just when his buddy was still quiet, he deliberately took out a lighter from his trouser pocket and threw it out of the window beside the shooting range, pretending that a disc just flew out. However, Su Cheng didn't fire at all but just faintly said, "We are on the 3rd floor, if you throw anything over 200 grams of weight, it will hurt someone if it lands on them." Shi Wenbin and his buddy's eyeballs almost popped out from shock. "How did you know that too? Is that blindfold fake? You can see through it, right?" Just when Shi Wenbin's buddy wanted to ask how did you know, a disc flew out and Su Cheng immediately fired 3 shots. The display showed 4. "Holy crap, you sure there's nothing wrong with this blindfold, right?" his buddy shuffled over and whispered to Shi Wenbin. He felt like Su Cheng wasn't affected by being blindfolded at all. Can't be. This blindfold has 3 layers, I got it from the instructor's office. I've tried it before and can't see shit through it. Buddy, what the fuck? Just as the two of them were talking, a bird suddenly flew over from a tree not far away. Su Cheng immediately moved his gun and shot towards that direction. At the next moment, the bird fell right down, shocking the other 3 at the scene. Such skill! It seemed like nothing could escape Su Cheng's prop gun. Just before the other 3 could fully digest what just happened, Su Cheng asked Wang Ying, "Can your system let out multiple discs at once?" Wang Ying began sweating. "Yes, it can shoot out 5 discs at once. You want to give it a try?" Su Cheng didn't hesitate and replied immediately, "Yet." Shi Wenbin and his buddy were both feeling their legs were a bit weak. They suddenly want to kneel before Su Cheng and talk to him on their knees. This time, Wang Ying personally walked to the machine, adjusted the disc amount at once to 5. Basically, not even robots could immediately lock onto 5 discs and hit them all within 2 seconds. Besides, Su Cheng seemed to have landed a max of 3 shots within 1 second. However, it was different this time, because the discs would fly out from all directions, and he only had less than 2 seconds. "How about, maybe try 3 discs first?" Wang Ying hesitated and asked. Su Cheng was here to test his limit, so he immediately declined, "No, just turn on 5. Shi Wenbin and his buddy just stood on the side and were completely out of things to say. Just a while ago, they were bragging about how Shi Wenbin hit 3 shots out of 10 rounds, yet not only did Su Cheng hit all his shots, his goal was trying to hit all 5 in 1 round. That feeling was like someone earning 1 to 2,000 yuan every month listening to a rich man say, "Let's lower your goal and just make $1 million first." It made them feel like they were about to kneel at any moment. After Wang Ying started the machine, she nervously looked forward, full of anticipation.